Welcome back, everybody, to the Tommy Stone Show. I hope you're doing well. Today, I have a very awesome episode. We're going to be going all in on prediction markets and online casinos. In my opinion, it is the absolute brain rot of society. It is the true poison. I think it's even worse than anything else you can name right now, even worse than social media. I think this is literally the pinpoint of what is wrong with society. It is prediction markets and online betting. And I'm going to be talking about it today because what really set me off on this point was how it is really ruining younger generations, especially Gen Z, my generation. Right now, the only 4 billionaires that have come out of my generation so far have either started an online casino or started a prediction market app. That's it. And right now, all the people who they're profiting off are the people in their own generation. Kids my age who are now getting hooked on these ridiculous prediction market apps, getting a literal betting addiction from betting on Senate political activities. They're betting on whether Jerome Powell is going to say something. They're betting on whether Trump's going to tweet something. I mean, it's ridiculous what you now have kids addicted to. It is literally just being hooked on dopamine every single second of our lives. We cannot escape it. Anytime you turn on the NFL or one of these major sports networks, all you're getting drowned with is beer commercials and sports betting and prediction market commercials, but especially the sports betting commercials. All you're getting drowned with is the frickin' sports betting. It is ridiculous. It needs to go. But the big issue with it is that every single kid in my generation, for some reason, believes now that they can actually get rich off of not only sports betting or this prediction market nonsense, but starting their own online casino. I can't even tell you how many kids have actually come up to me talking about wanting to start their own online casino, being 100% serious about it. This is like something they want to just do as a hobby. They are serious that their casino is going to be the one that takes off. People are convinced that gambling is going to be the way of the future, that these prediction markets are going to take over every single corner of our life. Even certain CEOs of these prediction markets like Polymarket and Kalshi, they have literally told us that their goal is to make sure that every single decision in the geopolitical world, you can bet on it, which is going to just set up for insane amounts of insider trading. That's what we're already seeing. We are seeing unprecedented amounts of insider trading. Right now, Congress already wants to investigate something that happened during the Iran war. Like 20 new accounts got made right before the ceasefire was announced, betting that the ceasefire was going to be announced the day they were made. They all cashed out, made a ton of money. It was either the greatest macro trader in the world getting on Polymarket or somebody had inside information. And again, we're seeing this inside information coming from all over the place on Polymarket, even with what people are saying. We had a White House press conference. There was an over-under for like 95 seconds or maybe 95 minutes. And at like 94 minutes and 30 seconds, she just walked off, the person giving the speech, and the under cash, and it was the heavy underdog. And again, people were like, this is absolutely ridiculous. There was like a historical precedent that every speech that woman had given had like gone over 95 minutes, and this was like the one anomaly when they had started the betting market on it. Whatever. But what I really want to talk about is that whenever a new, essentially, market comes on Polymarket, like a new bet, it is always right. It is essentially better at predicting the future than anything we have around us right now. Whenever you see a bet coming on Polymarket, again, like the ceasefire bet, like I had mentioned, typically whenever those bets start to come on Polymarket and start actually getting some sort of traction, they actually come true. And this could be for a multitude of reasons, but the real one is my favorite example of this and the favorite way it's described to me how these prediction markets work. Essentially, this guy was having a competition at his farm where you could guess the weight of the cow. And all the people from his town came and guessed the weight of the cow. They all put in what they thought the weight of the cow was going to be. And everybody got from again, like 100 pounds to 1,000 pounds. The whole range was there, but people were guessing what this cow was going to be. And it was from cow experts, again, like farmers who were guessing, to all the way down to like the little children guessing. And when he averaged out all of the numbers that came from the town, he found out that the average number of all of their guesses was only 1 pound off the true weight of the cow. So that means the collective intellect of all of the people of the town was able to essentially accurately guess the crazy phenomenon of how much does this random cow weigh. And that is how prediction markets work. They use the intelligence of the masses to set the lines and essentially come up with the probabilities of certain events coming true. And when you have a massive inflow of events and people starting to bet on a market, Polymarket itself has come out with the data. I forget the exact percentage of time, but like 30 to 40% of the time, when people, like whenever that like first month inflow starts happening, that event eventually becomes true. I forget the exact time frame of what they said. I'll maybe pull it up on the screen if I can find it, but Polymarket essentially is now a fortune teller. It uses the intellect of every single person in America and gives you the odds of something happening. But again, you don't know the exact chance of it happening, and that's where they get you. Because again, the most infamous example is when the Ayatollah was killed during the start of the Iran war. Kalshi and Polymarket said that every single bet saying that the Iran leader was going to be overthrown didn't count, because him being killed didn't count as him actually being directly overthrown and outed as the Iranian leader. So none of the bets that had him essentially being outed as the leader cashed when they got it right, because they said that death doesn't count. So again, these prediction markets can also just twist the rules on you at any moment they want. It's absolute nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. And again, what I really have an issue with is why it's targeted for younger generations. You only see advertisements for it on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, the NFL, NBA. You're going to see it on t-shirts of people walking around polling people for political channels. All you see are Polymarket and rain bet apps now. You also see these online casinos with these TikTokers. You literally have the TikToker playing a hand of blackjack in the middle of their stupid prank episode. It is everywhere. Everywhere that you scroll, you are getting drowned out by betting content. And it is seriously going to ruin America. I mean, we're not even talking about how right now, buy now, pay later is one of the main sources of credit for younger Americans. I mean, what? That's not even a credit card. That is just a credit card that is meant to decimate your entire personal finances system and your entire personal finances. It is not meant for Americans to be using to essentially credit and spend their entire life on. And that's where sports betting becomes an issue, because you are just simply racking up debt, using your spending money on something that is absolute nonsense that you will never beat the system in. Again, these sports bettors and these prediction markets, the lines that they're giving you, they're not just giving you free money. They're giving you a line so they can make money on almost any single outcome. That is why you have the over-unders. That is why you have the point spread. That's why you have the money lines, because no matter how you pick the game, in some way that line is going to try and screw you. That's why I always say, if I'm just going to bet something, why are you not just picking the money line? Why are you picking these spreads where they are just trying to get you? I mean, I'm not just saying to go start betting money lines, but I absolutely despise what sports betting has become. Sports betting should be something where you go to a game live, you put 10 or 15 bucks with your homies on the money line of the team you're wanting to see. Like, I'm from Chicago, so I bet 10, 15 bucks on a Chicago Bears game if I go watch a Chicago Bears game. That should be the only extent you're doing it, or where you're going to the casino playing blackjack with your friends, or for an event, or for a birthday. Why are we allowing 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, and especially even less than that? All these online casinos are fueled by underage kids, let's be honest. But why are we allowing online betting? Essentially, anytime you want, you can start playing blackjack and fueling your addiction into gambling. How is this allowed? How is Congress just not outright ban this? Oops, sorry, I probably just destroyed all of your ears. But how is Congress not just outright ban this yet? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows the real reason why, because it doesn't make sense. Congress is playing a game with the American people's futures, especially younger generation's futures. We don't know what the outcome of this is going to be, because an addiction to gambling is incredibly severe. Because again, it's not like a drug addiction. You can just walk into a casino and start gambling. You can now just turn on your phone and start gambling. It is probably the worst addiction to have right now, because it is the most accessible. It is, again, not like a drug where you have to go and find someone with the drug, or go to, again, now I guess with weed it's different, but with most addictive drugs, you have to go find somebody with the drug. Again, now every website gives you access to some sort of casino. It is ridiculous. They all give you free credit and free points. They drown you, and if you bet that Jokic is going to get 1 point today, we'll pay you $100 in free play, or all of the nonsense. It is all meant to just get young people on these apps. That is why I couldn't believe Congress didn't step down and say Kalshi is not allowed to do their bracket challenge. Kalshi had millions of underage users sign up for their prediction market app with that March Madness challenge where you could win the $1 billion. But but essentially created millions of new Kalshi users without needing a social security number or a age verification to get through their system. You could just sign up for this competition, create a Kalshi account for the competition that wasn't illegal to people under 21 who can't bet. But again, now they have a Kalshi account that didn't need any sort of second verification. This is absolutely ridiculous. Kalshi should not be allowed to do competitions like this that essentially creates a pool of new players who are completely underage that bypass all sort of verification. It is stupid, and Congress needs to act now and ban all forms of these betting markets. They need to ban all prediction markets, and they need to ban all online casinos. So thank you for listening today. I know that was a one take, just me screaming at the camera, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you agree with me that we need to ban prediction markets. Leave in the comments below your experience with prediction markets and online casino betting. If you've had issues with it, if you think it should be banned, if you think we should keep it, and why. But as always, make sure to follow, subscribe, like this video, and again, subscribe to the Tommy Stone Show. It means a lot to me. I'm almost at 10 subscribers. Hopefully when I upload this video, I'll be above 10 subscribers. But as always, subscribe, and thank you for watching.